My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
King Charles Doku, rueful as he watched millions of rehab money flush down the toilet. I feel like I went over this already, or maybe when I was bookmarked I read it. Okay, quote, why can't they love me like mommy? Why? Let's look at some of the pictures. The rehab did all of this to the wife. His mother knew. Okay, and his son, his own son told him, don't marry her. Don't marry her. But he went anyway and did that, and then the wife is ruining it even more for him faster. If he kept his popular, charismatic, loving, kind, adored first wife who had no need to rehab her image, the royal family, Harry and Meghan debacle simply wouldn't have happened. The family dynamics would have been different, loving, and united. That's the thing. Okay, this is where each time people do something, the universe reacted. Okay, I've been saying this on my pure YTE thing. Everything needs to be balanced, but human being wants to be in control of everything. But each time you do something that goes against the universe reacted to balance it. That's what came to mind with this comment here. Okay, looks like he realizes his mistake in marrying Camilla in the first place. His own son told him, you don't need to marry her. You could still do all the stuff. Don't marry her. But he didn't listen. I'm telling you, Harry was the only bright person over there. And I think the queen, to a certain extent, knowing that, you know, she stayed that long in the position. But whatever. Okay? But if he had listened to his son, that would not happen. Harry in particular. Okay, his regret may even extend to Diana. With Diana as queen, the people will not be shouting, not my king. He now sees in his case, being a king is a package deal. That's the thing. That's the thing. Oh my God, I'm probably gonna have a lot of videos because these comments are really good. Okay, I think you might be giving him too much credit, and he will never put anything or anyone above Camilla. She controls him absolutely. She's the monarch, he's her lapdog. Okay, let's see here. You're a poor naive chump. Okay, I'm hoping, man, no one can that big of a chump except maybe Will Smith, but I got my finger crossed for both of them. Okay, LOL, of course he isn't the problem. Okay, Karma's kicking him and I love it. I hope Angel Princess Diana loves it too. Okay, I know, right? Probably said that to Camilla too, LOL. When they allow the booing and slandering toward Harry and Meghan, they open the floodgates that is okay to boo and slander any royal, and here we are. You reap what you sow. That is very good. Okay, tell Charles I want him to know it was me. Okay, I really hope it bothers him. My opinion, why can't they like him like they like his mommy? He needs to check to the right or left of him, whatever side his albatross Camilla is walking beside him on. She is the reason for his unpopularity. Not that too, but what both of them did to Princess Diana. The misery they put Diana through. And not only that, Diana was moving on. Okay, move her life, do her own thing, but they still did exactly what they did to Harry and Meghan after they told Meghan to go back to America, and they're still talking about them.
Your husband, he says that your husband renewed his relationship with Mrs. Camilla Parker Bowles. Were you aware of that?
Yes, I was, but I wasn't in a position to do anything about it.
What evidence did you have that their relationship was continuing even though you were married?
A woman's instinct is a very good one.
Is that all?
Well, I had knowledge of it.
From staff?
Well, from people who minded and cared about our marriage, yes.
What effect did that have on you?
Pretty devastating. Rampant bulimia, if you can have rampant bulimia, and just a feeling of being no good at anything and being useless and hopeless and failed in every direction. Wow.
And with a husband who was having a relationship with somebody else?
Was a husband who loved someone else, yes. It was already difficult, but it became increasingly difficult.
In a practical sense, how did it become difficult?
Well, people were, when I say people, I mean friends on my husband's side were indicating that I was, again, unstable, sick, and should be put in a home of some sort in order to get better. I was almost an embarrassment.
Do you think he really thought that?
Well, there's no better way to dismantle a personality than to isolate it.
So you were isolated?
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
Do you not remember?
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against you?
Yes, I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife to the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her?
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
The karma thing is coming back for them. Okay, you get the message now. Charles Doku. Yeah, he probably now regretting. Maybe things is flashing before his eyes, knowing what he did. Now, he waited all his life to be in that position, and then this is what's happening. Yeah, he's having some flashback. Okay, what did he expect? You treated the mother of your children with so much malice. You treat your son and his wife with so much cruelty. Most people have a mind of their own, and they could see the evilness that is the royal family. That's it. Because you did not keep your private parts and your pants, becoming an adulterer and a tampon disgusting of a man and abusing Diana for that Camilla. That's why they don't like you. Yep, that's the thing. That is the thing. Okay, I read all of it. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I remember what this is. I think this is about a school, a university. He tagged University of Oxford. You did the right thing. The graduation date is very important. It is the student's life, not monarchy. They also stole Prince Archie's birth date for coronation because royal family want to play challenge game with Harry and Meghan, and your student shouldn't be part of the royal family British media game. There's the thumbs up. Okay, so he retweeted this. Royal snub again. Oxford University says nope. We ain't moving our graduation date for King Charles III. Wasted coronation money. Eden Confidential. Oxford University snubbed King Charles. One of the things that came to mind while I'm editing this video, when you hear the word Oxford University, there is some sort of a prestige that come with the name. It's like one of those. I don't know if anybody feel the same way, but this is my interpretation of it. When you hear Oxford University, it's like one of the best university there is in the world. Okay, I'm just saying, I never been there, never studied there. I'm just saying, just by the name itself, the prestige that come with the name. So in a way, I'm glad that whatever the king have asked them to do, they then go along with it, knowing how the monarchy is presenting itself to the world as this I don't know, the best word that could come in mind is bottom feeder. Okay, so I'm glad they're not playing that game that the monarchy is doing, because they really, meaning the monarchy, seems like they're not taking their position seriously. The prestige that used to come when you hear of king, queen, royalty, it's no longer there. They pretty much reveal themselves. So Oxford, like I said, there's a prestige that come with that name. It seems like it's the highest level of university there is in the world. I'm just saying, okay? It may not be, but the name itself make me feel like it is one of the best university there is in the world. So not playing that stupid game that Charles is playing, whatever it is, I don't know what game it is, because nobody's taking the monarchy serious anymore. So I'm glad the university did not go along with it, to at least maintain its prestigeness. There's a term I'm looking for, but I can't really pinpoint it, but it's like one of the best kind of thing. So not playing along with this stupidity. I think Ronan Farrow, which is one of the best, one of the youngest, I will not say youngest, there's probably some younger than him, but Ronan Farrow is one of the good journalists, the independent journalists that there is, and who studied there. Rachel Maddow, I think, I'll look it up. Rachel Maddow, I think she studied there as well, as a Rhodes Scholar kind of thing. So there's a prestige that comes with the name. So I'm glad they're not playing with whatever game Charles is playing. Okay, so that's it. 365 days a year, and he chose Archie's birthday, then tries to get students who've actually earned their degree over 3 or 4 years to accommodate him. Spot on. Okay, I'm loving every moment of this. There's the clap. When is the graduation? Payback for Prince Archie's birthday. Chubby plea gonna be in the armcours of Abbey, then they can go have a huge party for their child. Okay, meanwhile, watch Putin try to disrupt the event. Oh my god. Okay, every year I would tell Archie that the yearly anniversary celebration was people celebrating his birthday. That's right, the squad do a lot of things for the entire month actually, to celebrate Archie, donate to charities and all of that. Oh my god, his father's court case is in that month too. Oh my god, month of May is becoming very iconic for the Sussexes. Harry's gonna win. Next tweet. This is not a joke. Some Brits really think that a handful of aristos are inherently better than everyone else and are thus entitled not just to wealth and privilege but also to physical deference at all time. I thought it was just part of the royalty show, but it's not. So she retweeted that. She also walked ahead of the king. Very disrespectful. She should have known better. Okay, that's when Camilla, when they went to the church regarding the Commonwealth thing, and she paced up while the dancers were dancing, performing for Charles. Charles stood, I give him credit for that, stood to watch them, but Camilla just paced off, stood at the step like, come on Charles, kind of thing. Okay, it's definitely a twisted way to view the world, and not one American have any respect for. Okay, not even a matter of respecting it. I simply cannot comprehend it, especially when it is readily apparent that not only are the senior royals not inherently superior, but sub-mediocre at best in every way. Alright, I'll concede that Kate's beauty is well above average. Okay, this woman, Camilla, I don't really like to talk about beauty. Even when the squad are talking about it, or let's say there's a tweet that has nothing to do with beauty, but someone within the comment bring beauty up, I always try to stay out of this, because beauty is in the eye of beholder, and then your beauty don't last forever, and you are lucky if throughout your lifetime nothing crazy happened to to your beauty. Let's continue. This woman, Camilla John, no doubt feels she has earned every second of what she's doing now, scorned for being a mistress when the lovely Diana was being hurt, ignored as a wife material by a gutless prince, and yet standing by him all those years, paying it forward. Okay, or probably they all make it clear that they believe they deserve and are all privileged they get and more. Okay, there's that. Okay, I think in this case a lot of it is because some rather strange folks hate Camilla because she is not the sainted Diana. Every fault will be found and blown out of all proportion. Oh, it's no show, they are all in. She can do what she likes, she's the queen. He can't afford to go against her because it will all come crashing down. Okay, they literally wear stolen jewel in public. It's nothing but a family of genocidal thieving racists. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I'm almost done. Now I'm going to a TikTok video that Dr. Scholler shared. I saw it, but I didn't listen to it. Okay, this woman have done a video before. I've listened to it and she make perfect sense, but let's see what she says here. Amy Chen ate this white ignorance and left no crumbs. White people centering themselves and our progress is caucasity personified. Okay, let's see here. 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
You're obviously not aware of this, but blessed is not a word that the global majority thinks of in association with Europeans. Words like plague and colonizer, maybe, but not blessed. And the cell phone in my hand came from China. So I don't know if you're referencing Steve Jobs or Martin Cooper or the Finnish inventor who created the first pocket-sized telecommunication device in 1917, and you probably don't know either because your education system has left you terribly ignorant and without the critical thinking skills necessary to effectively gather information. Because you believe that most great inventions can be attributed to one white person, as opposed to recognizing that the patent system is how white people colonize intellectual property.
Wow.
We would not have cell phones if it wasn't for the creation of the gamma electrical cell by black inventor Henry T. Sampson. And most of our cell phones would not have microphones in them if it wasn't for the particular microphone that was created by black inventor James Edward West.
Wow.
The creation of the first digital network, 1G, was launched in Japan, and then black electrical engineer Jesse Russell pioneered the creation of 2G, which launched in Finland first. 3G launched in Japan, 4G launched in Norway, 5G launched in South Korea, and 30% of the world's cell phones are manufactured in China. Because we, of the global majority, recognize that collective humanity has the ingenuity and creativity of one another to thank, whereas a lot of European Americans are laboring under the delusion that the rest of us have white people to thank. And it's this narcissistic ignorance that causes people like you to do embarrassing things, like leaving comments about Europeans and cell phones on a video about systemic anti-black racism in the United States. And while that could be written off as a comedic and senile non sequitur, we recognize it as a desperate attempt to center yourself in a conversation that has nothing to do with you. The irony being that white people like to say not all white people and they shouldn't be held accountable for the misdeeds of their ancestors, yet they want to be associated with the greatness of the things that they think they invented.
Oh my goodness. Whoa, she's spot on. And when you look at the schooling system that's going on right now, they don't want to evolve. Instead, they're preventing. If you hear some of the crazy things that's going on in the United States, Florida, for example, they're trying to control what people should be reading, or they don't want people to read certain books. Some nonsense that happened during the Nazi kind of thing. This is really crazy that's going on in the United States. All right. Meanwhile, when you see the amount of effort, energy they put on to suppress black people, but yet black people, believe me, in every group there's always some bad apple. Okay, so keep that in mind. But I want to focus on what I'm saying, so you don't think I'm thinking black people are all perfect. Okay, there's some bad apple. But when you look at the amount of suppression they try to do to African American, but yet they find their way to rise up. The black age they put for schooling. They don't want black people to be educated, but yet they still find ways to educate themselves. Even during segregation, during slavery, the amount of barricade after barricade, and then they put drugs in the community. They try to drug us. They try to kill us with the AIDS pandemic. I've shared this on PYTE, especially the South African apartheid general. I think it was a general who really literally gave those South African the AIDS pandemic, trying to destroy black people. But yet we're still rising. Come on. But anyway, let's read some of the comment. Okay, especially since they were pivotal in our decline and lack of progress. Many times I say, can you imagine how far we would have been if, just let people be with certain respect. Moving forward needs to have some boundaries of respect, because everybody need their own special space to be able to, when they don't want to deal with everybody else or with society, they just want to be with themselves. There's that line of respect. Okay, but let people be innovative, be creative, and all of that. But when you think of majority of white people, all they want to do is destroy, 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 kill, 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 kill. My goodness. Straight, there's that. Them now, like us, to know the truth. Okay, let's see here. Not sure that's English. I'm trying to read those things properly. Your expectation are way too high. On Twitter, there's all sort of ways of writing things. White person here. It's crazy to think that throughout all of my years in different education system, not once did I learn any of that. It's scary to think that generation are still missing out on well-rounded, truthful, and unbiased education. This is the thing. People need to go outside of what is being taught to them, even in college and universities. In the United States, for instance, they give you a glimpse of certain things. Now, if you are interested in it, it is up to you to go beyond and look into it. A lot of things I used to do for fun, I can't believe this, thinking about it now, where I don't think this library still exists. There's the main library in New York, okay? And is it on Fifth Avenue or something like that? That huge library with the two lion on both sides. There's that main one. I'm not talking about that. It's like a block or two next from it, same street. You could look at it from standing at that library. There's another library there. I forgot the cross street. Okay, I used to go there. There's an area that they have pictures of back in the 60s. I used to look at neighborhood and Harlem. Oh my God, they had a collection of stuff. And also on the first floor, they have a research area. Well, it may not be just research area, but they had books where you cannot borrow, but you could only look at it in the library. So I used to go there and do some stuff. I don't know what I was thinking at that time, but just go there and make copies of things. This is before cell phone. This is before a lot of other things. I used to spend a lot of money on copying stuff because so much information. You go to school, they give you a glimpse, a small glimpse of things, but it's up to you if you want to know more about things. I remember learning about Nazi or something like that, and I went to look at different courses, and that symbol of the Nazi Germany when Hitler came in, it's a cross, but they use it, they how do you call this, they weaponize it, make it look like every time you look at it, it represents them as being vicious, what they did to Jews. Okay, but it's a cross. There's different type of cross, and you've seen what's that other cross from Africa? I forgot the name of it. I'm looking at the symbol. It almost looked like Prince, you know, the musician, that symbol, but there's I forgot the name of that cross. But anyway, I'm carrying on. Let me read some more. Okay, there's this here. Okay, she fully gathered him. Read, honey. Okay, gotta say, an Asian person recognizing and crediting black inventors is a strong sign of unity and togetherness, much indeed. But that's the thing here. What I realize is that when Asian, let's say the Japanese, came into the US, even them, they were mistreated, put them in camps and all of that. They were being already trained mentally to dislike black African American. Even when during world wars, when soldiers go to different countries, when they're meeting the locals, the white ones were telling negative things about the black soldiers. It's that freaking mentality of these people to find ways to discredit black people. But as those other cultures, those other those other how would I say, race, so whatever you may call it, I can't think of the term right now. Okay, as they're starting to realize themselves, recognize the people themselves, that the white people were telling them were so bad, but when they see them for with their own two eyes and in person, it's not what it is. There's one thing in the US, I don't know about other cultures, other countries, not culture, other countries. When you like, especially in New York, there's one thing. Asian, they all into African American or different diversities neighborhood. okay, selling the restaurant. Okay, so this I'm always aware of. But now, whatever fear they used to have, like I said before, there's always bad apples in every cultures, every race, and all of that. Okay, there's always some bad apples. But as these other cultures, race, are learning and seeing what African American are all about, they're opening up. Okay, the other day I was watching something on YouTube. I think it's Black in Japan. One guy was interviewing Japanese with dreadlocks, and some of their, it wasn't in Japanese, but I was reading the caption and stuff like that. Some of them were saying how much they appreciate black cultures, the type of music they listen to, and all of that, and it's refreshing and all of that. But anyway, that's a different story. My job, this video just turned my day around for the better. And when you look at right now in the US, you're looking at the megas people. What are they doing right now? They're destroying. You could see the pattern of them still continue. It's destroyed. They don't know how to create. They're not trying. I mean, I'm not saying all, okay? I'm not putting all into the same category. Like the other day, I shared a video with you, a young man who's saying why he voted for Democrats because Democrats do better. So this is another perfect example. Not all of them the same in terms of white people. But when you look at the mega people, they're destroying democracy, the thing that gave them the platform to be able to speak, they're destroying it. Okay, so hate doesn't flourish. All right, let's read. I keep sidetracking too much. Love this, so articulate, straight to the point, delicious. Round of applause for Amy Chen. Okay, most of historical invention by non-whites have been whitewashed. Many innovation by women have been men-washed. We need to amplify the correction, loud and proud. What was it? The other day, I shared something with you on my community board. I was watching this, let's go into it, maybe it'll be better. Where this mathematician who was a black, there it is, this one, okay? And I said, I'm watching this documentary, very informative, and I think it's worth a watch. Okay, this woman who was the brain behind some of the, NASA successful launches and all of that. Whenever they need something, a calculation, they go to her. I don't think she's still alive, but during that documentary, she was alive. Was she? I'm not sure, but there was an interview that was shown in there. No. That was after I watched this. I watched another interview about her. So I'm confusing things. All right. So, somebody commented on that. Let's see it. Thanks for sharing. I watched on home device. Okay. So this is Anita. So she said she'll watch it. It's very informative. Okay. Let's get back to this. She left no crumbs. There's the clap. What an educational. She just made my day. Oh my, Dr. Schuller and Amy, you got the girls all up in their feelings today. There's that. How can I make this about me? A colonizer proverb. That's for sure. Okay. You could look at, for instance, Harry and William. William doesn't want to do a damn thing, but he wants to take credit for it. Okay. Amy said. All right. Let me move on. Okay, I think I'll find a way to divide this recording into two because it's an hour and 16 minutes so far. So I might do it in two parts. Alright, so there's this here going on. The tabloid and UK press have written more stories about Harry and Meghan today than one of the biggest UK labor strikes. The royal family and Tories using Harry and Meghan distraction again. Okay, 43 seconds, and there's more here. So this is an aerial view. I think this is like a drone, and then the other one is someone in the crowd. Okay, let's watch. There's no sound, it's just the video showing the crowd. And I think it's even fast forwarding too. The way, I mean, it's fast forwarding the way the cars are moving. Okay, absolutely no sound, just this. Wow. Can you imagine this? And they were trying to prevent this. I remember during the pandemic how they were trying people not to do protests and all of that. Can you imagine this? If they have the same amount of people not wanting to, for Charles and all of that, for the king, it's done with. he's gonna have to, I don't know. I'm telling you, there's an image I see in my head. It's starting over again. Once the people start chanting they don't want him, I just see like him fleeing in the middle of the night. But they don't want to learn. Okay, let's see here. This is absolutely huge. It's been passing us for ages now. So many striking teachers and doctors all out together. Okay, and a union. Okay, who is that? Okay, I can see. Okay, what do we want? Fair pay. When do we want it? Now. Okay, it's a thread. Let's go into it. Okay, so now I could say NE Union. What is that? National Education Union. Okay, you know what? Let's follow it. Maybe I'll be able to see some stuff that's going on. Who is that? ACSA, the hospital doctors. Okay, the BMA. What is that? We are the trade union. Okay. Hey, I spoke about all of this. We need union. This is what get people together. But those people, those business people, want to destroy it, including in the US. This is why they don't want unions. They put people together to stick together and fight them. They don't want that. But the thing is that why don't these people, when it's time to vote, all of this, okay, protests, all of that is good. But the thing is that when it really matters, it's when you vote to get these people out. But I'm pretty sure many of these people vote for the Tories, but yet there they are doing that extra step. I call protests and some other thing the extra step. But the most important thing, the crown jewel of a democracy, is to vote. Okay? And then know who you're voting for. Usually when they tell you who they are, you better believe them. And then if they match your idea, what you want for yourself and your family, then you vote for them. If they're completely 360, don't vote for them. And this is what I said also. It doesn't matter if you're being paid, let's say $1 billion a day. Okay? Let's say you're getting paid $1 billion a day. And there's an election and you think you're gonna lose that $1 billion. If I were you, make that $1 billion an investment and go vote. Because if you don't go vote, those people who don't want you to have that $1 billion a day is gonna make sure to vote against your interests for you to not have that $1 billion a day. Okay? Voting, thinking of it as an investment for yourself and for your kids' future. All right? And the society as a whole. There's that. Anyone know how many were in strike march in London today? It certainly seems like it's the biggest trade union mobilization I've seen in a long time. Okay, there's this here. Shirley, don't forget. Okay, who's this peace union? Okay, UK trade union for civil and public servant and private sector workers on government contracts. Government contracts? Question mark for me here. Well, you know what came to mind? When they're doing renovation in those palaces, who get to bid this kind of thing. Someone responded this on my comment section. I forgot what she said, but I'm not gonna search for it. Okay, teachers make the best March placards. The only good Tory is a suppository. Save teaching. All right. Haha, yes. Okay, that's that. Okay, the government needs to take note of the voters who will vote against it in the next election. All right, let's see. They're gonna throw some nonsense that how do you call this? That squirrel for you guys to distract you. Now let's see what MSM make of it on tonight's bulletin and then the papers tomorrow. Yeah, it's not trending at all. Yeah, it's people like you. If whoever posted this then come under my timeline, I will not see it. Yes, so please, to see so many using their voice to say enough is enough. Again, this is good, but the crown jewel of democracy is to vote. Okay, and it still won't get on TV news. Wow, there is no mention on BBC News. I'm old enough to remember supporting my then girlfriend nurse on a protest march in Huddersfield in 1974. are today's public sector workers going to be doing this in 2020 and 2045? Hardly any news coverage on BBC. This is the thing. Can you imagine if all of these people who are protesting, where's the video? Okay, if all of these, I'm pretty sure many of them or their kids are on social media, if they post this, retweet and retweet, can you imagine how many people will see it? A lot. Okay, we don't need, this is the thing, we don't need to rely on mainstream media for us to be recognized. Little people like us, small voices create huge wave. Okay, a drop of rain can create a flood. Okay, so this is why they hijack, okay, those rich and powerful hijack all form of communication, the airwave, radio, television, newspapers. But thank God we have social media. We could, within the parameter of their rules and regulation, we could still make our own little drop and then to create a wave. Okay, so I hope people, I mean, social media could be bad to a certain extent. If you're spreading hate, yes, it would be bad. But if you want the good things to go out there, it takes little people like us. Okay, little people like us to say the right thing, to your best of your ability. Okay, you want a bright future? Guess what? Everything you say will be bright. Okay, which will lead to a brighter thing. So if we focus on that, we don't need the mainstream media to make the way for us, and then let each other know what we're doing. And this is why they're trying to counteract it. I call it, they hijack all the mainstream media, television, radio, and newspapers. All right, so we have our own free will, because if we follow each other, we want to spread positivity. We follow each other, and then when we hear something, we tell each other about it. Okay, we don't need the mainstream media to tell us. Okay, and that's why I don't one of the main reason, not only I was paying a lot for cable, and then I was listening to nonsense. I didn't need it. All right, until my husband see what I saw. Today's BS. Oh my God, this one I was laughing when I saw it, especially after I saw the protest. Okay, ripping tale. Meghan Markle is related to Jack the Ripper, serial killer suspect H.H. Holmes, who killed victims and factory of death hotel. I was laughing. I literally was laughing because they have nothing. Okay, they don't want to report the protest that's going on. There's me here. I was literally laughing. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to laugh at this. I can't. I just have to think of pure comedy here. Okay, not worth sharing and amplify. I mean, it's not true. Okay, I share it for the humor. Nobody actually believes it. That's the thing. Nobody believes it. Okay, just something from Invisible Contract. The squad has so many old receipts. This one is particularly nasty. The royal family and press harassed Meghan from the start. Okay, did anyone address the cucumber behavior a few days ago? I expect not. They know what people thought of her behavior, so let's write a totally made up story about Meghan being related to a British criminal. Yep. Okay, oh Lord, what's next? Meghan is the one behind all those planes disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle. I won't be surprised. Okay, next week we'll show how Meghan's family are also descendant of the gayest can. Apparently rock bottom as a basement. Okay, let's move on so I could finish with this video. I'm almost done actually. I have two more. This one is, I see LOL. Okay, Matthew and Camilla's kids are beautiful. Also, her genes won. I was surprised. I literally, okay, I'm aware of them, but I don't follow him that much. I'm aware of her because I think there's some videos on YouTube I saw of her cooking and all of that. And there's something she make for Matthew that he likes and stuff like that, because she could cook. Okay, I think she's from oh my God, I'm blank again. I'm seeing the flag, but for some reason I can't remember the name. With the same country as Ghislaine Munchkin. I can't think of the name. I'll put the name on the screen. But she could cook. But what really got me, for some reason, I don't know why, I don't follow them religiously, I'm still thinking those kids are toddlers. Okay, I'm still thinking they are toddlers. When I saw this, I was like, oh shit, He's like a teenager, probably my son's age. Look at his Adam's apple, and look at her. Yeah, they all look like a mother. And a very slight glance, when you're looking at him here, you could see a slight resemblance of Matthew. Okay, so let's oh, I don't know if there's a music behind it. I thought they had 3 kids though. I really thought they had 3 kids, but let's. Okay, so there's a music. I'll mute it. And the girl also gave me a small glimpse of whose daughter is what's the singer? Is it Jello? I think Jello slightly, or is it Estefan? No, they all adults now. I'm thinking Gloria Estefan. Maybe when she was young, but now they all adults. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I remember her accident, Gloria Estefan. But anyway, let me read some of the comment. There's me here. Okay, I'm laughing at myself thinking they're still toddlers. I still remember Matthew hanging out with Lance Armstrong shirtless the day when he was looking, I guess, for a wifey. He wasn't looking for a quote behind a pub end quote gal to raise a family. Bravo to his wife for keeping kids private. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I can see a little bit of Matthew and the son. Yeah, the cheek. You see how square his cheek is here? The son has that. There's that. And then everything else, that's the mother. Yeah, he has the father's cheekbone. Okay, yes, just slightly a little bit. That's me responding to her. Okay, Jason Moore's daughter, can that little girl's sister. They look so much alike, right? They do look alike, princesses. Okay, beautiful kids, but I thought they were gonna be very tall since both their parents are tall. Okay, them look just like her. I see a little bit daddy and the son. I had to look hard though. I know. Wow. Okay, so let me go to my last one. My last one. Oh my god, it's 1:55 now. There's this here. We've seen this so many times. Okay, Prince Archie love his mama. Look at the smile. All right, look at her. My goodness, he's gonna be for this smile. There's Paula here guarding them. Okay, Paula is guarding them. Meghan still gave Archie a dirty feet because he was hanging out with her. Too much fun with mommy. I'm still laughing with this. A great love story. There's the loving eye. So wonderful. I never get tired of their love. The love between these two. That's one gorgeous baby. There's this. Beautiful. Was someone cosplaying Prince Archie's outfit? Okay, I feel like he's looking at her puzzled. Okay, there's a heart. There's laughing my ass off. Okay, so let's do a prayer. Okay, prayer. I want to do a prayer for Harry with his court case. Prayer for I can't word it. Okay. Before court hearing, court case. A prayer for court case. Let's see what comes up here. Okay, we know the real truth in this matter, but we need your help and support. Grant us your angel. Send our holy agent to watch over us and guide us through this court case. Grant the strength and insight to know what to say and help the judge make the right decision. I guess this is good. Okay, this is miracle prayer for a court case. All right, let's pick a short one. I think I used this on one of my prayers. Okay, prayer for favor with family court and child custody. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see this one. Oh, okay, so that's that. I can find a really strong one. Okay, that's prayer for the sick. There's this prayer for St. Jude. No. All right, when I cannot find something, let's go back. Okay, maybe prayer for justice. Let's see this. Prayer for justice. Okay, we know the real truth and this matter. Okay, so that's the same thing I just read. Damn, I don't want to waste the whole time. Okay, maybe this one. Prayer for court victory. Pray for justice. Lord, I am about to go to court and I do not know the outcome of the proceedings. Heavenly Father, you see the end of every matter from its beginning, and you have the heart of every member, the jury, and the judge in your hand. Okay, so that's good enough. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.